we're in Studio 8H, where they usually do SNL, and we're going to do our live 30 Rock here. So we have some of our regular sets. You can see Tracy's dressing room, and far maybe over there. I don't know if you can see, but you can't really see, but there's Jack Donaghy's office. So we'll do some of the things we normally would do on film, where if we would flash back to something, we kind of whip the camera over. So sometimes we'll do that live and just hope the camera whips to the right spot. That takes a lot of practice. And then we're also doing a lot of flashbacks to the past that are gonna, in this particular episode, we're going back to the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. So we get to do a lot of exciting costume changes and like funky colored. I'm getting Katrina Bowden into a bikini, finally, after 6 years. Finally, the show giving people what they want. We're heading toward the end of the 6th season with Liz Lemon, and she does miraculously still have the boyfriend that she began the year with, which has never happened before. Her boyfriend Chris, played by the delightful James Marsden, is still with us, and they are now, as of a week or so ago, talking about maybe following through on her long forgotten dream of having a baby or acquiring a baby somewhere.
Jenna gets engaged to her long-time schman. And so I think that's a really big personal life change for Jenna, and a great step in the growth of the character. And of course, it'll only be done in the way that in 30 Rock style.
Lots of explosions.
At the end of the season, Tracy Jordan is still up to his antics. A lot of things are focused around Angie, my wife, and getting her thing on. You know, it's sort of like Ice loves Coco, but Tracy loves Angie, you know, that type of thing.
We see return of Avery Jessup, played by Liz Banks, and a return of Avery Jessup's mother, played by Mary Steenburgen, and that, you know, there was some weirdness there that Jack was kind of in love with his wife and his mother-in-law. So, yes, Liz gets called in to officiate a wedding, but whose wedding? We don't know.
I'm having a kind of an emotional incest with my mother-in-law, which we haven't consummated. I think it's interesting that my brother Billy came on the show, and he scored with my mother-in-law before I did. That really hurt. The writers had Billy sleep with Mary Steenburgen before I did, and I want them to know that I'm probably never going to get over that.
It is a very complicated thing to do a live show, a live episode of 30 Rock, because even a regular episode is pretty scattershot all over the place. But this one, it's like a crazy dance, especially when you have to move around the different stages. We have costume changes, just the cameras and the cables and stuff. It's going to be a mess.
The good thing is that now all the cast have done it at least once, because they did it the last time. But they all have more to do this time. Like, almost everyone has some kind of quick change or fun costume change. So it'll be interesting to see. I think what we're basically going to do is we're going to trust the SNL dressers to literally carry people to where they're supposed to be and put their clothes on them.
When we did it last year, I was blown away by how exciting and exhilarating it was. It was also so terrifying. And when it was done, it was like the greatest high that we all made it through. I sort of love that we all have to pull together and everyone has to be there for everyone else.
I just tell my castmates just to have fun. It's a good thing. Don't worry about TV world. Don't worry about those millions of views out there. Let's just have fun with the people right here in the space. And then I guess that will be, you know, infectious.